In every culture, in every age, the question of the soul has persisted. What is the soul? Where does it reside? And perhaps the most intriguing question of all, can it be seen? Can the essence of who we are, the very soul, be visible to the human eye? Philosopher, S1. For centuries, the soul was believed to be something intangible, something beyond the realm of the physical. Ancient philosophers and religious figures often described the soul as a formless essence, a spark of divine energy residing within us. In Greek philosophy, Plato suggested that the soul was immortal, untouchable by physical forces. In many religious traditions, the soul was considered an invisible, eternal entity, not meant to be perceived by human senses. Scholar, S2. Today, the question of the soul intersects with science. We've mapped the brain, studied consciousness, and identified the neural correlates of thought and emotion. Yet, despite all our advancements, the soul remains elusive. Scientist 1, S3. We can see neural patterns, electrical activity, but we still can't explain consciousness. Some would argue that consciousness and the soul might be one and the same, but we're not even sure what consciousness really is. Scientist 2, S5. Maybe we just don't have the tools to see it yet. But the soul, if it exists, would likely be beyond the reach of current technology. It might exist on a frequency or in a realm we can't measure. For centuries, mystics, spiritualists, and practitioners of meditation have claimed to perceive the soul, not through the physical eyes, but through an inner vision. Some say the soul manifests as an aura, a radiant energy field surrounding the body. According to these traditions, when a person is spiritually aligned or in a state of heightened emotion, the soul's presence becomes visible, an energy that radiates from the person's being. But is this something we can truly see? Or is it a symbol, a metaphor for our inner state? Spiritual healer. The aura is like a window into the soul. I can sense it, feel it, even see it under the right conditions. It's not the same as a physical object, but it is very real in its own way. Perhaps the most compelling evidence for the soul's visibility comes from those who have experienced near-death situations. Thousands of people have reported an out-of-body experience where they see their own bodies from above or even encounter a light, a brilliant, all-encompassing light that seems to beckon them forward. Is this light the soul, breaking free of the body, or is it merely the brain's last desperate attempt to make sense of a dying body? Some believe the light is a manifestation of the soul itself, visible only when it's ready to leave the physical realm. What if the soul doesn't require special conditions to be seen? What if it is visible all around us, in the way we live, in the way we treat one another? The energy of a person, whether it's warmth, kindness, or anger, shapes how others perceive them. Perhaps the soul is not something that needs to be seen with the physical eye. Instead, it's felt, understood, and perceived in the ways we connect with each other. The soul may not need to shine brightly for others to recognize it. So can souls be optically visible? The answer may lie somewhere between the visible and the invisible, in the spaces we cannot fully explain. Perhaps the soul is something we can only glimpse in moments of profound clarity, in flashes of light, or in the depths of human connection. Maybe in the end, the soul isn't something to be seen with the eye, but with the heart.